The ABCs of the Cosmere, Episode 5, F. F is for Forgery. Forgery is a type of investiture that is powered by the door. It is end positive, but is generally only accessible to those born on my pawn. It also requires access to the door, but if you have a way to transport the raw investiture of the door, the magic can be accessed off-cell. Forgery is probably the most complicated type of magic in the entire Cosmere. It doesn't just require a deep understanding of forgery, it also requires deep understanding of everything you are interacting with using it. This is because of how soul stamps, the primary method of forging, work. To carve a soul stamp, you first have to understand what is essentially the language of forgery. If you're familiar with Elantrians and how their magic works, it's the same general concept. You place modifiers on the carving to adjust what the end result is. Only you have to learn the correct way to write each of these different modifiers. If learning what is essentially another language doesn't sound difficult enough for you, you also have to rewrite its history in a way that seems plausible, which requires you to have a deep understanding of the object in the first place. All of these things need to be carved into the stamp, then dipped in ink and the object stamped, creating a seal. If you aren't on cell, then you need to dip the stamp into invested ink or raw door. So to put this in the most layman terms possible, Step 1, learn a new language. Step 2, learn how to carve. Step 3, become a historian on the individual object. Step 4, become a storyteller. But if you manage to do all that, you get access to nearly endless capabilities. Forging has been used for all sorts of healing, including bringing people back from the brink of death, turning people into assassins, creating art, and changing the design of objects. Once you start messing with other magic systems, the possibilities get even crazier. You could, for example, change the command phrase on an awakened object, undo a broken bond with a shard blade, potentially allowing multiple people to be able to summon it at will, break a bond between a radiant and their spren, change the order of a knight's radiant, make shard plate come alive, and even turn someone into an allomancer. Now to be clear, these things aren't easy, and they require different levels of skill and investiture to pull off, but they are all possible. If you have any specific questions about forgery, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them.